Hi, gang. It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob, and we're enjoying some delicious Aquafina. Open it up and take a sip. Refreshing. And this video was not paid for by, not sponsored by Aquafina, even though it could be. And for a nice little price. All right, let's see. Big Tank Hank first in the house. Tampa Tom Fishing. Hat Trick Farm. Benny's Aquatics. Chewy. Aquaballs. Gang, welcome to the live stream tonight. How are you? How was your Monday? My day was nuts. Tiffany White, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Well, I have a couple of things going on. I've been really busy with stuff. I think I need to get a better camera for this thing because I think I look, well, maybe it gives me that soft lighting, the soft lens that makes me look even more handsome. All right. So I was sending off some fish today. I just had one shipment this week. And it was Bob Kaler. Welcome to the live stream. I enjoyed your puffer video the other day. I have not been tempted to go puffer yet, but there's a lot of fish tube people that are bringing me there, bringing to the moment of enjoying a succulent puffer. What aquaballs? You have no power in half of your fish room. What's wrong? Circuit gone out, waiting for the electrician. What's going on here? GRB Aquatics, how are you? Yeah, tell us what's going on with your fish room. I had my in my one fish room I have up because I have two fish rooms. I have the living room and dining room. So yeah, pretty exciting. I had the thing flip, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I had a circuit blow, but I could flip it right back on. It's but I know that getting people over to electricians and all that sort of stuff. You know what I have to buy? And I think I'm going to do this right after I get my tax refund, is get one of those homeowners insurances for the next year. I think that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. Doug Gray in the house. I received a text from someone named Doug Gray today, and it was the funniest thing I saw all day long. Doug, can I tell it? Can I tell it, or are you saving it for you saving it for one of your videos? You tell me. I'll wait a moment here. Yeah, so I packed up some fish. All right, so Doug sends me this email. Funniest thing I saw all day today, and Lord knows we deserve to laugh, and we need to. The email or the text was this. I already missed COVID-19. I do too. It's great. Locked in the house with your fish. I will tell you is that now that they've been loosening up the area I'm living in, I find myself going into public being even more, shall I say, socially awkward than I already am. And I'm a relatively socially awkward person. As younger, I was really outgoing. And as time's gone on, I've become more laid back, more settle in the background type of guy. If all of a sudden I start robbing banks or something like that to support my fish hobby, which I would never do, by the way, YouTube and the federal government, I would never do that. But if I did, here's what they would say. Peter, you know what? Real quiet, kept to himself. Walked his dog up and down the road. Always said hi. Didn't really stop that long for conversations. I think that's what would be it. So it's I don't know if anybody else here is socially awkward as I can be. That's sort of the deal. So it's Chewy. See, there you go. Yeah, so the whole process is I yesterday I did some water changes. I needed to do more, but Big J's Fish Keeper, welcome to the live stream. Um, so I went to I shipped out some fish. I did a couple of things today. It just who knows? It's all I can tell you is I'm trying to keep as low profile as possible. Yeah, it's see, I saw a recent video Doug did pretty good about the yellows. Big J's Fish Keeper. So it's I've seen a few things. I've been sort of busy. I sort of yesterday dropped in on a few live streams. I always try to say hi to D at Down the Wormhole. It's kind of a weird time for me because usually I'm trying to on Sunday is sometimes I'll go out to my house of worship. Not so much these days. And lately, Sunday's been sort of my either Saturday or Sunday my day to do yard work now that I'm a fine new homeowner. Yeah, some wonderful homework or lawn work. So I get my tax refund. I've got to pay my accountant. It's my accountant wasn't cheap. Should have asked how much it was before I was in there in front of him, then felt embarrassed. Okay, I'll go somewhere else. That's too much. Yeah, alpacas with the stimulus. With the yard goat, Mr. Peepers. I'm again. My whole deal is trying to get a rise out of family members, and I'm standing in my backyard with the wind going in, on the phone with a family member, going, "Mr. Peepers, come, Mr. Peepers." All of a sudden, bah, bah, and I'm holding the phone like this, way out, bah, bah. And yeah, my one of my siblings said, "No, you didn't." Do you know what? Not yet, but I will with that stimulus money. I am going to get some new guppies. I'm going to finish setting up a bunch of aquariums. I'm going to get some new guppies. What I need to get also is that for my lower tanks, I need to get a stool because I don't crouch all that well. I didn't crouch when I was old enough to crouch well. See, there you go. Doug Drake called the Goat Terminator. Yep. You can tell that you're in my neighborhood if you start looking at Wi-Fi things that says NSA agent. And one of my neighbors has her Wi-Fi, because I think it's a she that has this, called Boxed Wine Gal. By the way, what's the problem with wine in a box? Keeps the air out. You're able to drink it for a long period of time. I may get some Almaden or that fancy Franzia next time I do this. Hat Trick Farm, great. Glad you're here. Yeah, look at guitar stools. That's a good idea. Yeah, I need to get something that's easier to see my lower tier of aquariums. Since I'll swear to you, when I was younger and and was athletic, not that athletic. I was sort of elusively slow. And so I played high school football. And when you're 5'5", it's not generally what it is. And I played free safety, and I played wide receiver. Streetwise, welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you here. Skynet would be good, Doug Gray. Skynet would be good. So I'm going out doing that run. I'm with my thing. I am doing my I played high school football, and this is how elusively slow I was. I was like the third choice receiver. And in the first quarter, the cornerback, defensive back, they would keep pretty close to me. And then they began to think, they're not going to him. Why are you even paying attention to him? The guy's real slow. You'll be able to catch up. So as the game goes on, I'm getting more and more wide open. So the quarterback, at some point, there I am, deep, wide open, and realizing I cannot make an athletic catch. So, I wasn't doing like a Megatron sort of, I wasn't doing the big hand up. It had to sort of hit me between my neck and my waist and about this far wide. If you threw there, I was going to catch it. Not a problem. If you expected me to like bend over and pick up the ball, not so much. So it had to be in the strike zone. And if it hit the strike zone, I just went from there. Yep, a Viking shirt. I'm originally from Minnesota. School. It's go Vikings. One day you'll win a Super Bowl and make me very happy. Hopefully while I'm still alive. Yeah, I've got another 25, 35 years coming, so what the heck. Our world is nuts, Chewy. David Samsel, how are you? Thank you very much, David. Yeah, thanks for 10 here, 8 thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Thumbs up are always good. Helps promote the brand. So I shipped out fish. I started my brine shrimp hatchery late yesterday. So it'll be ready right when the live stream is done tonight. And then I'll give my fish their big heavy feeding. Since I was shipping out fish today, I put I fed the guppies pretty heavy last night before bedtime, and I didn't feed them till I packed stuff away. I packed away the fish about 2 p.m. today. Then I fed everybody. I'll heavy feed them, and then I'll give them a light feeding before bedtime. Yeah, I remember Warrant. And excellent. Athena Lee, Tommy Singer, the band Kotak. Warrant, it's Warrant sort of goes like this as a heavy metal band. Here we go. Chewy. So here's where we go into the whole Warrant thing at the heavy metal period. It was right at the end that a big catchy hit, the big end of the hair metal bands. They actually may have been one of the more talented hair metal bands, but they came in at the wrong time. They came in right at the end. So the story goes like this: the band Warrant is up in the record company execs' office. They're getting ready to do their next record. Pretty excited. Oh, Tommy's sister is Kotak's drummer. Okay, very good. Got that wrong. Let's see. All right. See, I misread it. It's not the smartest man, but I'm a good one. And speaking of good, Aquafina. When you talk about Aquafina, you know what that means. Delicious, fresh water that makes you feel so good. Notice how I sit back and sip and enjoy. You see, there you go. Yep, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think GRB Aquatics. I think I saw that same documentary. I'm a sucker for a documentary. I like them. It's. By the way, it's the whole. You thought Aquafina was kind of a hot Asian actress chick? No, Doug Gray, it's not. It's delicious water. Yeah, it comes out of a faucet in a big city. But because of special filtering and the special way that you can go in and add flavors and essential minerals, water tastes great. Get some Aquafina today. All right, Aquafina, there you go. That's your last free plug. Pay to be a sponsor of the show. And imagine that could come to you all the time. Yeah, so the story about Warrant is this. So Warrant goes in, they were the Cherry Pie band, with the lady, She's My Cherry Pie. So they get done with their tour and they go up and they have their new record done and they're going up to see the president of the record company. And just realized that less than a year ago, they were up there out the president the record company's office, and there was a giant poster of them right there. So they go up, just a few months after this, and all of a sudden their picture isn't there anymore. They're no longer the fair-haired boys of the record company. It was Nirvana. And they said they had sort of that sinking feeling, and yeah, Nirvana hit, and everybody knew. Everyone was so tired of. It's great music. Metal was great music. They had just become so tired of how formulaic it become, and you started having heavy metal bands where instead of going off the drums, bass, and guitar, all of a sudden you had bands that were doing keyboards. So there you go. So yeah, so I packed up the fish today, got them out, and then it's to the next step, which is I'll get them off to, or they were mailed out this afternoon. And once they're done being mailed out, it's they should be arriving in a couple of days. What I learned about this about my whole fish packing thing was this. A couple of weeks ago, I went. Normally, I've been shipping on Tuesdays, and I had a couple of shipments that were delayed for whatever reason. So I went. No, I know Alice is going to be hunting for that box of wonderful guppies. So, and the guy who's getting these guppies is going to be a very happy man. All I can tell you is that. Very happy. So he got a couple of fry by accident, so he'll be very happy about that. So the whole process, so you go through, and so a couple of weeks ago, Sunday night before bedtime, I packed up, 4 or 5 boxes. I think it was four boxes of fish right before bedtime. And I get up at a ridiculous time in the morning. So I get up at 3:45 in the morning. So I have these fish ready to go. And so I go to work. I take my lunch break. My lunch break's what most people is when they get to work. So I take my lunch break a little after 9 o'clock. So I actually brought the boxes, and they were in my office or at my desk. I'm in a cubicle these days. Pretty exciting. And so um, I promptly did the uh, brought them over to the post office 9:50, 9:30 whenever I left. And so I deliver them in on Monday. Again, these fish were packed up around between 7 and 7:30 on Sunday night. And they didn't leave the local post office until 5 p.m. that day. So those poor fish were already in there for 24 hours almost when they got out. So essentially what I'm doing now is that I get home I have all the boxes ready to go. I have everything ready to rock. I get home and the cribicle. Yeah, your last lunch, Doug, was 2.5 years ago. You see, there you go. As of today, you see, you're counting it. Days of freedom. So so I packed them up. I got them to the post office at 2:40 today, and this guy will they didn't sit at the post office for all those hours. Only at the post office for 2.5 hours before they left to go to Springfield. They go from Springfield, then they go to Kansas City, and then they zip off to their final location. It's so let's see here. Klaus and Ramona Osh. Klaus is probably a reasonably German name. Not that I would know with my last name, which is very German. So I had a late brother-in-law through my ex-wife's end of the family. His name was his parents were from Germany. He was named Wolfgang, and he had a brother named Klaus. So there you go. Yeah, Doug, that's an interesting thing. I had one shipment that went out to our buddy Renee in California. So I sent her some swordtail guppies, and they went out Tuesday at noon. And I think they sat um I think they sat in Springfield for 2 days. All my other fish got delivered right away. In fact, I think one day, I think one package went to go see our buddy Jeff at Valley Fish. Now I forget where the other one went, but that went perfect. It was somebody that bought off of eBay and it went to Pennsylvania. Perfect. So once I was done with that, I went to here's the thing. It sat there in Springfield for days on end. Now, sometimes I've had it where, you get the tracking number. I always plug it in, I get texts on it. I'm as interested in my fish arriving as anybody who buys them from me. I want to make sure they arrive. And so, so Renee, it took for frickin' ever. She bought some more fish from me and it arrived perfectly on time. So who knows? Starbucks mocha coffee and a neck massage. Yeah, all right. Is that a new service at the Starbucks, Bob? Ladies give you neck massages? Nikki Stevens, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. It's a normal Mobb Guppy live stream. We're talking about pretty much everything. Yep, Renee has a very good channel. That's right. She's a nice lady. So, the whole process of shipping and going from that, I'm not quite as experienced as Doug Gray, and some people who ships a lot of stuff. Oh, the beverage of choice. You want to know? Yeah. Hi, this is Peter with Mobb Guppy for Aquafina. If you want to know about a refreshing bottled water, it starts and ends with Aquafina. Your fish room will be enhanced by you, let's just say, properly watered with Aquafina. They didn't pay for that. They should have. Hi, Jesse. Welcome to the live stream. And our lady Renee. Yeah. 40 for a mag guy. Fish and more. Haven't seen you for a while. It's great having you here. Small Fry Aquatics. I visited Small Fry's live stream the other day. It was great. And it's and by the way, it's Sand Creek Aquatics. I brought it up the other day. It's really sad that guy passed away. He was always in my live chats. I really appreciated him. By the way, 17 people here, 12 thumbs up. Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much for your support. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, the whole process, I think I've got a different way of doing this. I was watching a channel. I don't think he's made my live stream, so he'll comment on a video now and again. John Oliver, who ships out a lot of guppies. He's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And nope, I didn't have anything else. Just no beer, no, just some amazing Aquafina water. On a hot day, your body needs to be replenished. The best way to replenish your body is with water. And I choose Aquafina water. Aquafina water is the official water of the Mobb Guppy channel. Only they could be, by the way, if they spent the money. So there we go. I'll drink something else next time. It's all I can tell you is that why wouldn't they want to be a sponsor of the Mobb Guppy channel? Thanks, Aquafina. Sell guppies like micro machines. You see, that's the deal, is that you have to be thirst has to be quenched when you're caring for a lot of fish aquariums. You got to take care of yourself. A lot of times you just think of the fish. I know I do. That's why I choose Aquafina. So, hey, thank you very much, Bob. Bolo, by the way, not in my lap tonight. He got down about 5 minutes before the live stream. He went to the back bedroom and went to sleep. He got home. He went for a couple of walks. I gave him his medicine. There you go. You found 10 to 15 baby guppies in the tank the other day. Excellent. And yeah, I'm all about that. It's yeah, that's right. It's that's how I keep my thirst up. Make sure my body is properly hydrated with Aquafina, the official water of the Mobb Guppy channel, and it could be so, but they haven't spent the money yet, and they need to. Don't you think, by the way, gang, if when I say Aquafina makes your time in the fish room even better, doesn't that make you feel warm inside? You know, I was talking with I won't say with whom a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't Doug Gray. Um, and we were talking about fish room hustle stuff. And I started thinking about, maybe it's time for somebody to market vitamins for those of us in the fish fam. Let's face it, we're staying inside all the time. We probably need more vitamin D in our vitamins. Maybe that's my angle there. Hey, Chan, Law Monkey, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. Great having you in the fish room. Yeah, I've got to set up these new. So on payday, I'm like trying to be careful with my money here. I may be eating oatmeal for a couple of weeks here as I wait for this money to come in. So I've got to let me see. Let me quickly do my my formulating. So it's just I can't wait. By the way, to have that nice tax refund. You know what I haven't received yet either. I have not received yet my $1,200 stimulus check, which I think I haven't gotten it because they know how to find me. So there you go. So and so let's figure this out. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be loading up that wonderful money. You see, there you go. Well water is really good, and it's great for the fish. That warm feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna be scarce on rations for. I'll just have to be real diligent on my spending for food for a couple of weeks, so that's okay. And Benny's Aquatics, welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. Great having you here. So yeah, the whole process of getting the fish room ready to go and get all that stuff going in. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for those next steps. I may take my wife, please. Ba-dum-bump. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot all about this. Bob Kaler, you reminded me. That means I'm not going to be eating this tomorrow. I'll be eating this on Wednesday. I have some wonderful. I ate again. People have gone through my crazy diet, modified vegan. I eat primarily a plant-based diet, but I eat meat a couple of times a week. So now I do eat eggs. So I had the other day I just felt like it, so I picked up a couple of chicken breasts and one of them I froze and put in there. All right, David, your TDS 120, GH10, KH6, pH 7.4. That's called Guppy water there. Vinny the Mooch. Welcome to the live stream, my brother. Welcome to the live stream. Good group tonight. So yeah, so I had some vegan hot dogs for dinner tonight with brown rice and vegan butter on it and a handful of mixed nuts. So tropical storms helping your plecos spawn. Now, Chan, what kind of plecos do you have? Yeah, you know what? We can all geek out on stuff. Yes, free range hot dogs, awesome, tough to catch. All good, Vinny the Mooch. All good. Great having you here. It's the whole group is complete now. You've arrived. Let's see. Nathan's hot dogs are the best. Moonstone. Hey, happy Monday to you. Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here with us. 21 here, 13 thumbs up. Thank you guys very much for your support. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so the whole process of let's see here. Super Red, biggest spawn so far. Albino Longfin comments. There you go. Yeah, we do not forget about our buddy at Sand Creek Aquatics. Very sad. We lost a brother. So it's and such a regular attender to my live streams. I really appreciated his support. So yeah, it's very, very sad he passed away. Yeah. Well, it's Anthony's Fishy Friends. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for being here. Plecos, anybody? Let's see here. Yep, rest in peace, Nathan. Sand Creek Aquatics. Yep. Yeah, it's we talked a little bit about it on Saturday as well. It's just again, it's I appreciated him. He was always such a good supporter and always had something good to say. So again, I really we're gonna miss him. I think a lot of folks in the fish fam are gonna do that. So yeah, so the whole process here. Um, so yeah, so John Oliver, not the guy on HBO, the one who has guppies, does a lot of shipping of guppies. He in his world. Hey, no problem, Benny's Aquatics. Hey, it's here's my rule. anybody who's kind enough to stop by and hang out for a while, give me a like, you know, even if they're lurking or participating, even if they don't like me, if they hit the down thing, the down thumbs down. I'm just appreciating, there's so many things that you guys could be doing. And so I appreciate, anybody who takes time to come on out. It's where we talk a little bit about fish, a little bit of stuff like that. So I am all about, by the way, I give my fish zucchini more often than I do green beans or uh, cucumber. But the last couple of times, they've had a really good selection of the yellow crookneck squash. So I've been putting that in with the fish. My plecos love it. The guppies eat off of it. The shrimp love eating off of it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And so that's sort of that's sort of a part of the deal that we have to go and look through, and be a part of what we're after. See what else is going on in my simple little brain. Yeah, it's just the process. I need to do some more water changes. And then the whole process. Yeah, let's get Nathan to 1,000. If you haven't liked Nathan's page yet, Sand Creek Aquatics, yeah, please do. Let's get him to 1,000. And I agree with that. So, we have a lot of really good people in the fish fam. So it's yeah, so I need to do some more water changes, and I am going to do a video here about how I age my water, which is probably totally different than anybody else, but it works for me, and I'm happy with it. I got the idea. I watched a video, um, probably before YouTube, and really enjoyed it. I do not have black Moscow guppies. Who does? A guy named Doug Ray. He's got some black Moscow guppies. I don't have them. Here's what I have. I have reds, the Roebuck red variety. I have a cross that I'm working on, and I have a couple of varieties of swordtail guppies. And so that's sort of what I have for my thing. I am going to add an Asian strain, and I don't know which one yet. It's I am going to add an Asian strain. I'm also going to start working on the Mobb Guppy strain of oh, guess who's here, everybody? Come on. Here's Bolo, everybody. Bolo's in the house. And come on, buddy. Have a seat. All right, there he is. So, yeah, so Bolo's here. Hey, Doug's dad jokes are pretty funny. Check out Red King's blue silver snake skins. Okay, I'll look at those. Get a good look. There was one that I sent. I think I sent you a picture of that, Doug. It's like a silver and gold snakeskin type of pattern. It's pretty fascinating. So that's what I'm kind of tempted at. So, but I've got to set up fish aquariums and get that going. So I'm going to do my own red variety using the Roebuck Reds as a base. Buddy of mine from my fish club, he has these amazing albino reds. Not quite as good as what Doug Gray got. That he'll be showing off more and more. But they're pretty nice. So he and I are going to swap a couple of males each, and so I can begin to start my own strain and my own strain of guppies of reds. And oh, you lost most of your guppies in your guppy pond. Too cold. Yeah, I hate that. It's like I I wasn't going to summer tub this year, but quite frankly, I wouldn't have been able to put the fish in here. I'm in southern Missouri, southwest Missouri. I'm an hour away from Bentonville, Arkansas, which is the home of Walmart. I am, and yeah, Bolo makes his appearance. Everybody, and yeah, so if I was going to do that this year, I would not have been able to get them going until like this last week because we had days where it was getting down to the 30s up to a couple of weeks ago. So there you go. People should never listen to Michael of Michael's Subaru Fish Room. There you go. It's I like what he's doing though with his ponds. Like he's doing a really cool thing with his ponds. Yeah, 40s. Yeah, it's too cold. Way too cold. Okay, come on. Come on. Have a seat. Okay. Subarus are a modern day lawn ornament. There we go. So fine. Uh so the super let's get so the reds, I'm gonna do these two red albino males. I'm gonna set them up each with two Roebuck red females, and I'm gonna interbreed them and come up and start working on my own type of thing. It would be nice if I got albinos, at which I hopefully would after at least a generation or two, and go from there. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, David Samsel, the deal is with guppies. The secret to it: get good guppies and get a strain you like from a reputable breeder who knows what they're doing and keeps good looking fish. And your guppies will explode. If you go to even quote unquote nicer local fish stores, some of them have problems with guppies. So some of them don't. Some of them are really, really good with them. But there you go. So let's see. Doug Gray, he washed and dried off his midlife crisis car, and it looks amazing. Oh, so Nikki, you saved your a pair of black Moscows. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the outdoor tubbing thing. You know, let's see. The last few days, it's been in the 90s here, and it's gonna go. Um, I think it's tomorrow night. It's gonna get down maybe to the high 50s, and so it's. I was at. I made a mistake. I was looking for something else. I went to Tractor Supply Company, and all of a sudden I saw their 100-gallon tubs. And I'm going, ooh, that looks good. Hey, that's good. Navy blue Moscows. I like that a whole lot. Hey, 44 Meg guy. See y'all later. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate having you as part of the mob. For the night. Yeah, 39 degrees. It's a, if you're dealing with a good sized thing, you know, you'll probably be okay. It's if the tub water is, in the 70s, it gets down to one night in the 39, you'll probably be okay because 100 gallons takes a while for that to, for the temp to go down on that. But still, it's a little cold. A little cold for mid-June. Yep, I miss those days of COVID-19. Remember that just a couple of weeks ago. Excellent. Thanks for doing that, 44 mag guy. I wish I could be there. I'll try to catch the replay because I'm asleep by then. I go to sleep at I sleep really early. I own a couple of shares and resources. Fractional shares, very fractional. Um, the deal is with it. Um, well, I sure do, Bob Kaler. I know. I think you are a reputable guy, but I think Doug Gray is a reputable breeder. I'm a reputable breeder. There's some of the IFGA guys are really good at getting stuff out. If you're looking for something, reach out to me at mob.guppy@gmail.com. Mob.guppy@gmail.com. And, if you're looking for something, I can introduce you to that person if they have something different than what I'm currently slinging in the Guppy sphere. So, okay, Okay, here's Bolo, everybody. Let me get over here so you can see him. He's like sitting right here. And I think yeah, do you know what, Moonstone? I don't know. I don't know. I've watched maybe one of his videos. So it's I think the pro and he very well may be, but yeah, Bolo's in the house. Bolo, what's your deal? See, he's rubbing himself against my ample tummy. And you see, I was trying to be nice, Doug Gray. I was trying to be nice. Yeah, here's the deal. Is that if you is that is that look for somebody who goes through, and there's some people that go through and follow um follow the IFGA ways of raising guppies, which I try to do. And so there you go. When you look at guppy people raise, always look at the tails, the dorsals, proper shape, not burned off due to ammonia or bad genetics. Yep, there you go. Yeah, the Utah Club. Yeah, Rick Grigsby is really good. I really like his fish. I think he has a great looking fish. And there's some other people in that club that are really, really good. It's I it's um well, I'll tell you what, Moonstone, here's the deal. Is that there are genuinely accepted ways to raise really nice guppies. It's that there are people that feed their guppies at least once, sometimes twice a day, baby brine shrimp. I do it once a day. Um, my other feedings are all with high quality foods. Um, I do it like, and again, I'm not the greatest IFGA guy. I've never won a show or anything. I haven't even entered in a show. but I've bought from the best, and I follow the advice. And is that the guppy, you really need to watch each tank, and I feed each tank differently. I have tanks that um, it's most tanks are they're different. They can have the same water, the same filter, and stuff like that. I'll occasionally look in one. I had one tank, I don't know, like about a week and a half ago. International Fancy Guppy Association, IFGA. Um, so the whole process with the guppies is that I do my best to raise with a variety of foods. I do one big feeding a day. I do a bunch of little ones. I do 2 to 3 little ones after that. Because today I was shipping. I did an okay size feeding at like 2:30, and then I I'll feed them real heavily right after we're done with the live stream. Then after that, right before bedtime, I'll feed them just a little bit. By someone on nice and very expensive guppies. Yeah, you know what? Moonstone, you sort of have to go through it. Is that there are quote unquote people who seem to know, and they'll send junk to people, and so the guppies I sent off some Roebuck Reds, and here's what I sent to the person. The females came from 2 different tanks, and the males came from a third. So essentially, the person that's receiving these guppies from me are receiving enough different genetics of that one line that they're essentially getting what I would personally do for myself. So that's how I work. I try to go out and try to provide as much genetic diversity as I can. Yeah, I have sold on some on eBay and Aquabid. It's but I always try to make sure they breed true. So there you go. All right, gang. Guess who wants to go for a walk? Bolo wants to go for a walk. We've been here for an hour. Thank you so much for being here. 18 here, 16 thumbs up. I really appreciate you and your friendship and being a part of Mobb Guppy, the Guppies Mall. Thanks for your Mobb. Thanks for your subs. Thanks for your friendship. You guys have an amazing Monday. No aliens flying overhead, I don't believe, but below, let me know.